Right, good morning. Welcome to another tier list. Today we're going to be doing supports and their ultimates. Some in here I wouldn't say are like that great at support, obviously, but the other ones I've put in ones that are kind of So we've got things like Baron, Cthulhu, Jormungandr. Like they're pretty shite supports, but they're in here, and we're going to talk about their ultimates alone, not how they are as support. Well, their ult kind of plays into that. But I'm going to start it off with Amma's support, which you don't see very much right now because Amma's kind of a crap god, but it used to be very good. And for an ult, strong. It's good setup for your team, which is something that you're definitely looking for as a support, is good setup for kills or good peel. And this ult can provide both. However, I will say the peel on this ult takes a while because obviously it's 3 slashes. That lasted a little while, so if you need to instantly hit someone off your teammate, it's going to be a bit of a struggle. But if you manage to get the 3 slashes off and you can peel for them, then it's probably a kill as well, because it's a lot of setup damage. And then, obviously, a long stun. Well, if they don't have CDR, no, CCR, not CDR. CDR would not affect that. But yeah, so it's just a strong ultimate. Good CC immunity as well for things like Artemis ult. Yeah. Afro ult, another strong ult. In support, because you're linked to someone at all times. You should be anyway. And you'll be able to obviously mitigate all damage taken for a short amount of time, which is insanely helpful. It's basically another Aegis and another Beads. However, you do have to use it right, which is something that some Afros can't do. But for a good Afro, this ult is strong, even pushing top tier. It's just a really strong ultimate talent team fights. You know, your jungler is diving in the backline, you're linked with him, and boom, he's CC immune to like Artemis ult. Again, Artemis's ult is always a good example because it's a nice, easy one to do. But we're gonna do Aries next, which is just straight up top tier as a support. There's no better. A, bead burning ultimate. B, well, there is, but is there? No, I wouldn't say there is. Maybe there is. Maybe Serbo. Everyone always CC means Serbo. I don't know. I would say it's one of the best. There you go. It's super high displacement. And it forces out beads, ults. And if it doesn't force out any of them, they're probably just dead. Because Aries ult it's actually quite a lot of damage as well. You don't notice the damage because you're too busy worried about getting pulled in, but it does do a decent chunk of your health bar. Okay, RTO, it's 3 stats. It's about all I got for you. I'm going to put in weak. You know, it's movement speed and MP5. Could even go in shite. Might go in shite. We'll see how it goes. Just, there's not much about it. She's a stance changer. She doesn't really get an ultimate. Fenro, top tier. I mean, being able to move around the map instantly, to support whoever needs supporting, to rotate from duo lane to solo lane in 3.6 seconds is the cast time, I think, is insane. So, yeah, it really just helps provide more to the team. So, yeah, Athena, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Global ults are always going to be strong, so, yep. Bacchus ult as a support ult is just alright. Decent amount of damage, but you're not looking too much for the damage in a support. You're looking at the CC it provides, and it provides an Intoxicate, which is fucking annoying. Large Circle as well. May burn a bead or two. The ADC might be like, this is worth my beads because I can't aim. Yeah, Bacchus ult is alright. In the jungle, it's a bit stronger because obviously you're looking more for the damage. And damage, we're not like discarding damage, but it's not like the main thing we're looking at for this. We're more looking at the effects because you want to know what's it actually doing. Baron's ult in support, it's just alright. Just a nice little pull to your team. It's provides a decent amount of damage. It's got a stun, obviously, and a pull. Will burn a bead or two. So it's always going to be useful. However, at the same time, it really makes Baron immobile, and it's not too useful. Also, you can't really peel for your team too well in this if they're out of like your range or out of your vision. So yeah, we're just gonna do alright because it kind of stops Baron being able to be a support a little bit, and that will play into other ones as well. Cabrakanel in like jungle it was top tier, but it's like alright to strong, because we'll go with strong because it's a displacement again. It's just. Well, it's not displacement because you're not displacing anything, but you're blocking paths, and that's always going to be strong because you're stopping people from being able to go where they want to go. Decent damage, but it's mainly for the walls this time. You're looking for the walls, and if you're playing into a team that doesn't have a leap, and if they don't buy Phantom, it's actually really easy just to kill people with your ult, and then like someone just doing an area ability into it. So just a strong ult, but. So always gonna be top tier. It does have a few counters, like you can be knock up immune, and it's not gonna pick you up. But at the end of the day, it's like Aries ult, big beads burning ultimate, lots of damage, easy setup. Sab also has good follow up himself from it, so it's just top tier. Not much to say. Chongro in the support role is alright. You're not going to be doing that much damage with it, which is like half of the ult, but you will still be fighting. Sorry. Well, you will still be providing a nice CC for your team, which is always useful and always good for peel. So it is alright. Cthulhu ult. Now Cthulhu as a support is kind of shite, but his ult is top tier. And that goes for the same in solo, because it's just like his ult provides so much. It's got a large knock-up circle. It's got heals. It's got decent damage. Obviously, makes him super tanky, and everyone seems to either like ignore him or only go for him, and it's no in between. And it's like if they're ignoring him, he just gets to do damage onto the back guy. I'd heal his team, whereas if they go for him, then they're wasting a lot of resources on him. So it's like, if you can get Cthulhu in support to late game, he's going to be okay. But the issue with Cthulhu support is his early game. So yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. Erlang Shen ult, it's like Athena taunt, but worse. So we're going to just put in alright. It's nothing crazy. Gives you a heal as well, but it is just Athena taunt and a longer cooldown. So it's alright. Fafnir, oh wow, this is actually one that could just go top tier, Yeah, Fafnir is a weird one because you don't think of it as being like super amazing, but then you realize, well, he's untargetable during its cast. He's got the longest leap in the game. We've got 2 stuns during it, a large circle of like buff. His ult can max level last for a long time. But then what are the drawbacks? Well, and he does quite a bit of damage with his breath as well. But anyway, what are the drawbacks? Well, when he deforms, he is targetable and easily killable. But if you're good at Fafnir, you're not going to be detransforming right in front of their team. His abilities are so much longer. I still think it's top tier because you can mitigate the transformations with Pridwin, and not being in their team when you do it. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go with top tier, and another one we're gonna go with top tier is Fenro, or are you just putting it strong? Because obviously you're not looking like the damage isn't gonna be too insane, and it still kind of is insane. They're not as strong ult because top tier ult because it's Fenrir and he's just fucking strong. Yeah, he just is free kill if they don't have beads. Same as it is in jungle, to be honest. Gilgamesh ult is strong. highest damaging ability in the game, by the way. He is great for objectives. Obviously good in team fights. Good for securing kills or zoning, that kind of thing. And it's honestly the best part of his kit. His ult is always good. Everything else is kind of Okay. Okay, Geb. Geb ult we put in weak for jungle, but we're looking at maybe an alright to a strong for support. I think we're going to put in alright, because Geb ult is kind of like one of the things where you're actually not picking Geb for it, you're picking it for his shield. You're picking it for the cleanse, aren't you? Anyway, yeah, so it's just alright. It does do a decent amount of damage for a support armor. It definitely will be annoying, and it's a good engage, but it's not like, you know, it's not like a colored ultimate which does effectively the same thing. Although it is a slightly longer stun for Geb ult. So yeah, Hell is going to go in weak because it's another stance changer. I don't remember what the Hell thing is like, but I know it's just more stats kind of thing, so it's just going to go in weak. Hercules, though, honestly could go in weak for support, but it's just going to be alright. It's just a CC immune boulder. It's good kill secure if you need it. It will do a decent amount of damage. It provides CC immunity, so it's always going to be alright. Right, Horus ult, that really depends on how coordinated your team is. Because strong if your team's coordinated, weak if your team's not coordinated. So I'm just going to go with alright. But I'd probably lean towards strong, but we're going to go with alright because, yeah, it provides your team being A, aware enough to use it, and B, coordinated enough to use it. If they're not either of those things, then you're probably going to struggle to use his ult effectively, and yeah. It does do well though. I do like his ult. Wormigander shites. It's an ult that makes it so you can't really peel. And that's the issue with Yom. His ult is kind of like, it stops him being able to do what he needs to do, which is peel or frontline, depending on which role he's playing. Although he's pretty shit appealing in general, because if they have knock-up immunity, yeah, you're not getting them off your team. Capriol, strong, maybe top tier. It is just a free res. I mean, I've seen like Rafa's goated at the Capri. I don't know. Do I put in top tier? Because it's not like one that I'm like, oh my god, Capriol. It's one that you can wait out. It's one that you can mitigate, I'd say. So I'd say Capriol is strong, but it's just below. It's like right on the edge of top tier. Cabrakanel, wow, that's something you don't see very often. It's just alright. It's just a setup. It's just knock up into the air. Does knock people up when they land in a circle. And it's good setup for your team, but it's nothing crazy. That's what I'm going with that. Kuzenbo ult, strong. It's a long CC immune knock up. One thing I will say about it is you can sometimes use abilities in between knockups if you're fast enough with it, so that's the thing. But also, I mean, most of the time, yeah, Kuzenbo ult's just gonna be strong. Nothing insane, but nothing bad either. Mulano, weak, shite. We're just gonna go with the weak. It's Mulano. Nothing more needs to be said. Nijaro is kind of similar to Cabrakanel, but I'd say it's better at doing Cabrakanel. I'm gonna put in strong. No, I'm gonna put in alright because Nijaro's in a kind of a weak spot right now. His own, you're not looking for damage again. You're looking for setup. It's just very similar, except you can do some damage in the air. But if you're building tank, it's like 36 on auto. Well, not an auto, but a thing. So yeah, there's nothing crazy. Nokio, it's just alright. Again, slow, shield, bit of damage. The slow is useful. The shield's useful. Maybe could even go into strong, actually. Strong if they don't have sundering. Weak if they have sundering, so alright. Not so weak, just a bit of tick damage, doesn't provide much else. Odin Cage, always going to be top tier. It's anti-heal galore, damage, displacement, same as Cabrakan. pretty much forces one of their team to get a Phantom, if not two, and that's a relic that they don't have. Yeah. So yeah, just top tier. Especially if they don't have leaps, same as Cabrakanel. Sekiro, another top tier role, because even though you're building a Sekiro really, really tanky, you know, you're building a like Pridwin, and I don't know, I should build a Sekiro when you're building a tanky. I don't play Sekiro. But I know you build a tanky, and then she's still got that true damage ultimate, which is just going to hurt, even as a support. So, top tier ultimate for support, because it's just... I know you're not looking for damage as support, but you're actually taking someone out of the fight for a decent amount of time. And then if they die, they spread their poison. It's just so much damage that you can't ignore it. Sobek it's just alright. It's a decent slow, but it's kind of suffers the same as Jormungandr. Is you can't really peel that well while you're in it. The best peel you've got is the slow and the damage, but it's a little better than Jormungandr's because it's I'm actually gonna put him weak because no, I'm gonna put him alright. No, I think because Sobek is great. I love Sobek, but at the same time, it means you can't pluck. It means you can't tailspin. It means you can't do anything except be in the ultimate for a long time. You're stuck in that animation for a long time, and you know, unless you can cancel it. I actually don't know. Hold on. We need to do some research actually, because this is okay then. Sobek Smite. Okay, this is going to change it. Official wiki. You're not a god of good or evil, are you, Sobek? Well, good for you, bro. I hope it treats you well. Passive, charge break, deals a minimum of must be challenged. Okay, so it can be cancelled, but it has to be at least 1 second. Okay. You know what, that changes it. I've played a lot of Sobek, and you think I'd know it, that you can cancel it. Yeah, we're just gonna put it alright, because you learn something new every day. So it's just alright. It's alright. Sylvanas. Yeah, but there's a lot of gods actually I don't know that you could think. This is just gonna be alright, because we put in like weak for a jungle ult, but for a support ult, it's just alright because it's decent damage, but it's set up for your team, and you know, you pull them in, you ult them, your team just collapses on them. It's a kill. Terra ult, I don't really know what Terra ult does, so we're gonna have to do some research for Terra ult as well. Terra Smite. I just know that it's a big circle that you get put things on. You get like rocks around your body. Hello. Ultimate. It heals. And more heals. Damage. Okay, so turn buffing our allies and debuffing our enemies. 5% damage mitigation. Okay. Yeah, that's actually a strong ultimate. You'd think I would know that, but yeah, it's a strong ultimate. Hello, tier list. Where are you? There you are. Tier list. Oh, we are lagging. We're going to put in strong. Yes. Tier ult is weak. Yeah, it allows you to disengage, and that's about it. Xing channel. Strong to top. I'm just gonna put in strong. It's another beads burning out like Cerberus and Aries, except it's a little worse because it's a smaller circle and they have to be in the you're in the animation for a little longer. You're not, but yeah, it's... And also people don't really seem to enjoy it when you throw people at them for some reason, and they're not a fan of it. Ymero, it's just alright as a support ult. You know, it's a slow, but it's also the issue of you're a really vulnerable target while you're in it because you're stationary, so people can just drop like things like a cuckoo ult on it and just, you know, destroy you. So yeah, it's just alright. Gilgamesh, strong, good displacement. It's kind of like an Odin cage, except for the fact you actually don't want them to stay in it. You want them to get out of it. You don't want them to get out of it, but you don't want them to... the reason why you put it where you put it is because you don't want them to be there. You know, you're cutting them off from a objective or something. You're not using it to keep them in one place. It's slightly different. Granule... it's always good setup, so it's just strong. Even though it's a support, even though it's for support, it's kind of stronger. Achilles honestly is like weaker to shite because the whole reason you have it is to get kills, and you're not looking for kills as much on support. So we're just gonna put it in shite. It's not weak. It's still got damage. It's still execute. So it's not gonna be shite. But it doesn't provide what you're looking for in a support. And Hades, it does provide what you're looking for in a support, but it's still a shite weak ultimate. Yeah, I'm gonna put in weak. Because even though it's good at setting people up, you still just die so fast that there's no point in playing that god. Yeah, and that's going to be this list. We've only got one shite, which I expected, Jormungandr, and what's in the top tiers. Because supports have very good ultimates, and these ones don't get picked that often because they don't have that great an ultimate, or their sense changes, or you're awesome Jake 408 on the tier. But you're not going to see like a Nox, Achilles, or Hades anytime soon, I don't think. And you're never going to see a Jormungandr or a Cthulhu at a top level. I'm talking like SPL level. You know, they're not good supports. Yeah, and that is definitely going to be it for this video. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed. And I hope to see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And peace.